What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and I'm back in the building. This time I'm back with the Hollywood Unlocked interview with Dr. Heavenly and Mariah from Married to Medicine. It was a really good interview. Y'all know, if you don't know, Heavenly is my girl. I noticed a lot of people in the comments of the Hollywood Unlocked interview are Mariah fans. That's fine. We like who we like, but there are things about Mariah I like, but for the most part, there's more about Mariah that I don't like than I do like. And this is what it is. I felt like in the interview, she was throwing Dr. Jackie and Quad under the bus. But what I will say about the Quad situation, though, is she made an interesting point. Because Jason Lee, who makes, to me, the way he interviews, he turns everything back around on him. It was a lot of complaints about that as well. But I felt like when it came to Quad, Mariah was pretty much stating that the problem with Quad is Quad tries to give you what you want to hear and not just give you herself. She feels like she has to be over the top to be who she is. And you know what's weird about that? And she was like, I've known her the longest. I know her and this, that, and that, which don't mean shit to me. I don't care about that. I do feel like some of that is true, and here's why. Even though I like Quad more than Mariah, I feel like Quad can be very extra. And very snappy and, kind of another version of Tamar Braxton, except a little bit more calmed down. But she's really like over the top and real. Y'all know what I'm saying. It's just like, bitch, just keep it real. She seems like the type of person where it makes sense that she got married to Dr. G, because it seemed like she was. Now I think she's has grown up and got her own money, and she's a little bit more mature. But it does seem like in a past life, and it's still kind of there, where Quad likes how things look. She wants things to look a certain way instead of it just being a certain way. And now that shit is falling, everything, she has no choice but to see shit for how it is. It's like, that's why she became very distant from them. And they had mentioned that, she is distant. She's going through this divorce. And Heavenly was like, well, who would want to share, going through a divorce, going through all of that. And, Quad does share on the show. I mean, she does. But at the same time, I feel like this. I just feel like when it's other people are, oh my God, what happened? That's just so wrong what they did. And then when it's their shit, they don't really want to fucking talk about it. I see some of that in Quad. So, I understand why she is the way that she is. Like, I understand, that about Quad, but I just still feel like when it was on Jackie, she was all up in Jackie's business and expected this out of Jackie. And then, and she would listen to Jackie. I'm not saying she don't care for her, but she's very exaggerated and very flamboyant. And, when it's other people, then mum's the word when it's her shit. I do feel like that about her. But I do like Quad. So a lot of people are saying Mariah spoke out of turn about that. I felt like some of what she was saying is right. I do also feel that Mariah brought Quad to the show, and she will always feel betrayed by Quad because the girls took more of a liking to Quad over her. Mariah is a victim. I don't give a fuck what any of you bitches got to say. That bitch is a victim. That is the biggest thing about Mariah that keeps me from really liking her. Mariah has her moments, where she admitted her husband cheated on her. She got her human moments when she's real. That's the Mariah I know. I want to know and I want to love. I love it when she's like that, but it's this extra shit with Mama Lucy. We could say what we want about Heavenly. We could dog her on all these IG lives, but once she draw my picture, I'm all in my feelings about it. They got on that. I was so fucking annoyed because Dr. Heavenly was just like, look, It's a picture. I figure I would draw on it. They was saying all type of shit about me on IG Live. That's where that came from. I didn't know it was such a big deal. She even laughed about it. And Mariah was like, well, that picture cost $600. See, Mariah she tries to judge Quad, but she's just like Quad. And that makes a lot of sense in certain things. Because Mariah is very big on, well, I'm like this, and I noticed during the interview, and y'all go watch that motherfucker, she kept saying, oh, well, I am the executive producer, I'm the creator, I'm this, I'm that, and it's just like, yeah, but you don't film all, like, they brought your ass back, but they was making it without you. This show was still good without you. I don't think they need her. The main two stars, I don't give a fuck what nobody say, the three that keeps this show going. And y'all can say Dr. Jackie is boring, but it's something about her. It's something about her and Simone's friendship that seems very real, that they both are doctors, so they fit with the show, and Heavenly being a dentist, like they are the doctors of the show. So they are the stars in a sense. Yes, Mariah, you created the show. We give you props for that. Get your check, but they don't really need you, I feel, on the show. You are great TV. I will say that. Mariah can get me tickled, honey. She can, tickle me and make me laugh. She has those moments about her. She's very funny. But at the same time, it can run without her. I really do feel like it can. Okay, so they got to the whole thing on cheating, and Heavenly was just like, well, I'm not going to sit up here and tell you I'm going to just leave my man and all the money we've made together and our kids behind because of some hoochie that he fucked one time, and Mariah was very argumentative about that. But no, you don't know what you would do until you do. And I'm just looking like, how you go tell her what she would do? And I feel like I like what Heavenly said, because Heavenly said, women always try to claim that they will leave their men after they cheat and they don't never go nowhere. And I'm just telling you the truth, and I believe her. I believe Heavenly. Heavenly really stated that, she really loves her husband. She'll always try to work it out with him. And that's real love. That's real, and then Mariah was being shady when they got on the fact that Heavenly calls her man daddy, which I don't feel is anybody's fucking business. I call my man daddy too. Like, it's just endearing. It ain't about, oh, well, I got father issues and I need to call him dad. And Mariah was, well, I had a close relationship with my dad, so I don't need to call. It's just like, girl, it is not that deep. That is an endearing name that, you may call your spouse, your husband, your boyfriend, your boo, the nigga that hit it from the back on Saturday nights. I mean, if that's what the fuck you want to call that person, then it is what it is. I didn't like how Mariah was making that a big deal and making it look like Heavenly may have some internal daddy issues. Jason Lee is an instigating whore. I think he's a good interviewer. He is, and I do like some of his interviews, but that motherfucker be instigating. He got some shit started with Heavenly. Then they, I don't know. He was like putting words in her mouth about the whole Jackie thing. He kept trying to shade Jackie, and Heavenly was just like, listen, I see a lot of videos with Jackie and Heavenly, so I know that they hang out a lot. Mariah, you shut the fuck up. You don't hang with Jackie like that. I don't think Jackie and Simone really like Mariah. I think they tolerate her. I don't think they really like her. I think the only one really on the show that fuck with Mariah is Toya. That's it. I think I think she's hurt Quad really bad, betrayed her, and I think that it's still that dynamic between Mariah and Quad where Mariah feels like she's Queen Bee and she's hurt that Quad is a star in her own right now, and she feels like Quad owes her something because she brought her on. It's just there, you guys. You can't tell me that shit is not there. She's very much so, well, I'm the one that brought everybody together. That never means anything if don't nobody like your motherfucking ass in a group, bitch. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean shit. You're not the Beyonce really of the group. Yes, you probably got everybody together and people was trying to compare her to Nene. Nene carries Housewives. Mariah does not carry Married to Medicine, because I wasn't even watching a show like that and I didn't notice that they needed her or didn't. Like, once I saw her, I was like, okay. You know, she is funny, but she wasn't a favorite or standout star to me. I know she has a huge following, but I don't think everybody likes Mariah like that, and it's fine. You know, I think we all are going to like some of these people. I do like Heavenly more, because I just feel like Heavenly is real, and I feel like Heavenly has a maturity with her, and a lot of people, well, no, she don't. And listen, if you and your mother get to talking about me on IG Live, bitch, I'ma say and do whatever to your ass, and I dare you to say something. That's how I feel, and that's how Heavenly feels. She's no nonsense. And one thing with Heavenly, what I don't want to change about her is I don't want her to be apologizing and shit. Just let that shit be how you used to be, sis. Just let that shit all hang out. You know, Mariah or anybody do some shit, it is what it is. They can get it, and that's what it is. Like, and I like that about Heavenly. And like I said, Heavenly fits in more with Jackie and Simone. They're all professionals. You know, they all got different personalities, but all of them got flaws. Everybody on the show. Toya got her flaws. Toya used to talk to Eugene like he wasn't shit. Now she's acting. I have seen a change in Toya where she's matured and, you know, acting more like a wife and caring about Eugene's feelings instead of it being about money. The bitch actually got upset about Heavenly bringing that question up, but shit, bitch, it's true. It's true. I don't feel like she really married Eugene because she loved him. I think it was some money involved. I mean, it's money involved with all these. Out of all the women, I feel like Heavenly is the one that really is into her man. She never, you know, she's like really into him and into making it work and into playing her part. And, you know, she doesn't, I feel like the rest of them are, and I'm not saying they need to lay especially not Quad, because Dr. G is an asshole. But I'm not saying you should just let your partner run over you. I'm not saying that. But to me, she is the one that really understands relationships and is willing. She's in the same field that they are in, except she's doing teeth. She works long hours and has had her own practice and shit. So for me to see her put all that energy into her marriage, unlike Simone and Jackie and how they was complaining about what they didn't want to do and, you know, how the man need to understand them. And, you know, it was just kind of one-sided. It's refreshing to see somebody like Heavenly, like, no, that's my man. I'm a cook for him. I don't agree with what everything Heavenly says, though, because sometimes I be looking at myself like, well, shit, I ain't cooking every day. You know, you get yourself something. It don't mean I don't love you. It just, that's not something I can do every day. I will, you know, cook and, you know, be nice and look, give you some good ass shit, you know, some good cootie cat girl. But, you know, I'm willing to do whatever to be a good woman. I really get that energy from Heavenly. With Mariah and her marriage, like, you know, my boyfriend said, I do feel like she's very much in charge of Aiden. They're not really a team. They're their own team, you know, in their own kind of way. But their relationship, like Aiden be afraid to speak up and shit, you know. And, you know, that Mariah, what's her name? Lakeisha, she all in charge, honey. Which is cool, because some certain shit it works for. It wouldn't be me, but it's like certain shit works for certain people. It is what it is. I don't like how Mariah lied, and I knew the bitch was lying. A lot of y'all, oh my God, y'all be so on Mariah's dick. Oh my God, some of y'all, it's fucking ridiculous. You believe every fucking thing she said. She got on this interview and pretty much admitted that she lied about Heavenly's husband cheating on her. Even Heavenly was like, I think that's something she pulled out of her ass to get a reaction out of me, and I'm not even tripping over it. You know, and people is just, she finally got Heavenly. Somebody finally shut Heavenly down. Oh, Queen Mariah, Queen. And it's just like, shut the fuck up. It's not cute to lie on somebody's husband about some shit that your husband actually did to you. You know, I don't feel like Damon, there's nothing about Damon I don't know him. Now, he could be capable of anything, but from what I see, it just looked like Damon is more into Heavenly than like anything. Like their marriage is intact, so I can't really even see him cheating on her. And she said, Mariah has said on the show, well, I got all these people and I got bitch, where they at? Like, where they at? So I guess some shit is gonna go down with them. They did discuss it in this interview. Some shit gonna go down on the show, and we're gonna see it. Like I said, all in all, it was a good interview, but, and then people kept saying that Heavenly was interrupting Mariah. I don't think that. I don't think it was done maliciously and on purpose, because she was talking and Mariah was chiming in as Heavenly was talking, and Heavenly didn't mind, and, people was all in their feelings in the comment. Well, she always cut Mariah off. Shut the fuck up. Mariah let her speak. She let Mariah speak, and that was that. They did get into a light argument. I forgot what the fuck it was about, because they was talking about a lot of different things, cheating. They was getting into it mainly when Mariah was trying to throw Jackie under the bus, and, well, I feel like, because Jason kept trying to say that Jackie doesn't really show all of herself, and Heavenly was like, no, that's my girl, I spent all this time with her. She just wants to protect her brand. And then Mariah, oh, well, I think that TV does change people. Bitch, then nobody asked you that. Jackie, one thing I will say with Jackie is like the Cynthia Bailey of the show, where she's classy. She tries to react the right way, but shit, even Jackie had to cuss these bitches out on this show because they just ignorant. They be doing too much, So don't push Jackie, but Jackie just tries to be classy about stuff, and it's just funny that people try to take that as, oh, she thinks she's better. And I do think that Jackie can be shady. Mariah is right about Jackie in that little bit of sense. I'll give Mariah that. Because Jackie has shaded Toya in her weight. And Jackie does have this know-it-all, I'm the mother of the group. She's definitely the Dorothy out of the Golden Girls of this group. She's like definitely that one. But Jackie is more good than bad. And it kind of seemed like Mariah kept trying to throw her under the bus with Jason a little bit. It was a little bit of that going on, and I didn't really care for it. Then they talked about Cecil and Simone and how Cecil lost his job, and how they should be a team. And Jason was trying to make it look like, well, Cecil's just living off Simone. She's the breadwinner. I do feel like that is an issue in Cecil and Simone's marriage. I feel like some issues is about money, because Simone may look at it like, oh, I make all the money. What the fuck is he doing? But he did try to start his business and stuff. I wonder if that app is going well. Because it was a good idea. But I feel like when it comes to Cecil and Simone, I just feel like they both have to put the energy in. I don't feel like it's all Cecil, and I don't feel like it's all Simone. It's interesting, though, that Simone keeps asking that Cecil, he's not emotionally present. But Simone, you too hard. You gonna have to soften. You don't even wear sexy stuff to bed. You gotta be playful and sexy. Be a little kitten. You ain't at the fucking doctor's office, bitch. You ain't at that motherfucker. You need to be young. Toya and Simone need to hang out. Because I remember Toya got on her ass. She was like, you wearing that? I think they had like a pajama party last year on one of the episodes. She was like, you wearing that? Damn, how does Cecil get turned on by that? So she need to kind of hang out with Toya for 3 to 6 months and sexy it on up. Because Toya, one thing I will say about her, she really, when she wears her dresses and her lingerie, she looks very nice for her husband. I will give Toya that. But yeah, they was kind of going back and forth over the Jackie and Quad thing, and it was getting ugly. All in all, though, it was a good interview. Was I shocked by how they were acting? No, because I see certain personality traits out of Heavenly, and I see certain shit. One thing, though, that irritates me about Heavenly is how Heavenly, this whole spiritual journey shit, I wish she would get that out of her storyline. Heavenly, bitch, you know you plan on being messy, and I'm here for it. Just own your shit. Get Jewel tankered. Stop wasting her time and money. Stop that bullshit, and let's do what we do, baby. I'm Team Heavenly. I like Heavenly more. Mariah, like I said, she cool. You know, she cool when she ain't trying to be so extra. And I feel like the same thing she said about Quad, that Quad be trying to be extra and give people what she think they want to see and hear on TV. I feel like she do the same shit. Birds of a feather, baby. And they used to be close. So she knows, but she needs to look within because she does the same shit. All right, that's all I have to say on that. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video. I will talk to you guys later.